Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. It is the 3rd of February, and it's time to wrap up our racing week. And what better game to do it with than Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube? Now, I know some of you don't consider the GameCube retro, but you know, it's a 15-year-old console, so I think that's pretty much going to be retro to a lot of other people. But it's a cracking game nonetheless, so let's get on with it. I have picked Mario and Luigi for this tournament, which is going to be fantastic, and it's just a great game. Hasn't really moved on that much since the N64 version, but that's okay. Well, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see how quick and fast and smooth these tracks are. Now, the difference really being is you can fit 2 people on a kart this time round, which is quite cool. Each character has basically their own sort of setup, and you unlock more karts as you go. Now, obviously, the best way to do that is to do the tournaments, because then you are literally unlocking as you go. So I think if you complete this one, you get unlock Luigi's go-kart. So it's kind of the same as Mario's, but green. I believe that is what unlocks at the end of the tournament for the 50cc karts. So I think you get more karts unlocking as you go through the tournaments, which is a great idea. Now, these courses all have shortcuts, which I'm sure that any Mario Kart fan will know. They do pop those in. So, the whole joy of it is to try and find where they are and see how it can progress. Now, this was quite cool because you could actually link up GameCubes together. Now, I can't remember how many you could actually do. Let me think. I can't remember how many you can do now, but I think you can have up to 20 people or something like that, or 18 people with linked up GameCubes all together, which is quite a cool idea. It's quite a lot of GameCubes though. That's the only thing with it really, but what a great idea. So I think that is just a standout feature really. So you can have local players. I think you can have 4-player split screen. So I think it was like 4 or 6 GameCubes or something like that. You could all link them together, and then all of you could play together. Great idea. Great idea. Never seen that happen, actually. Has any of you guys out there played Double Dash with that many cubes linked together? What's the maximum number of players you've ever played against? I think, for me, it's literally just the local 4-player. So, but anybody else link up via LAN? Anybody? That'd be good. Let me know in the comments. Be quite cool to find out if you guys have done that. Anyway, you can see how the animations on it are fantastic, as you probably expect from a Nintendo game anyway. The Mario Kart series has always been a standout since it made its appearance on the SNES back in the day. But yes, the GameCube's a great little console and doesn't get enough coverage in my opinion, and I think it's time that this channel started to push out some GameCube content, because it is very good, and like I said, I consider it retro now. I actually consider the PS2 and the original Xbox retro now as well. They've just got to that age. We all get to that age where we all start to feel a bit retro, I think. And at 40 years old, having grown up with a lot of these consoles and owned a lot of these consoles, it's just a joy to go back and play them again. So, I think, the Wii, I think, not considered retro at this point, because there's still quite a lot out there and it's still quite a recent console, I think. But yeah, the Cube, PS2, I've got no problem incorporating those into the channel. If there's any games on those you'd like to see, let me know, and if I can get hold of them, I'll certainly give them a blast for you. I hope you've enjoyed this racing week. It has been a lot of fun for me. The rock and roll racing being a massive highlight yesterday. I really enjoyed that one. I think I'm going to do these weeks every now and again, probably once a month or something like that. So let me know what games you'd like to see or what sort of themes you'd like to see. I've already got one recommendation from Gareth Knight, who's recommended I do a sort of cops and robbers theme week, which should be good. I mean, we've got eSWAT, we've got RoboCop, APB. There's quite a lot of games actually I could do that. As long as I've got 5, I can do a week's worth. So yes, Racing Week concludes with Mario Kart. It's me! So we get to Double Dash, and you can see that the courses are really nicely designed, not too difficult. And this is the easiest one of the lot anyway, to be honest. They all go up in varied difficulties, and the tracks get more complicated. But I'm just going to do the one tournament for you to check out. You can see here, when you go through the flashing blocks, you get weapon upgrades. So that red shell is a heat-seeking one, so if somebody overtakes you and you hit them with it, it will automatically seek their kart, and knock them off the track, so it gives you a chance to catch up. Now you can see the ever-present map on the right-hand side. A great addition to any racing game is a map. Take note, Micro Machines. But yes, the map's there, and it's not in the way, which is quite nice. It's, you know, it's sort of translucent there, so you can see. But you can also see how far the other racers are, and how far up ahead or how far behind you they are, which is quite nice. Now those banana skins obviously cause a little bit of a problem there, but nothing we can't overcome. Now each course is completely different, which is great, and each one has a varied layout. This one is an oval shape sort of thing, and you can see you can sort of power yourself around the corners as well, which is quite nice. You can see the sparks coming off the tyres there. Mushrooms give you a power boost. I've got Mario's special there, which was fire. Luigi has green fire, which is quite cool. But that's their special. Each character has their own special ability, which if you're lucky enough to get from these question mark blocks, you can then launch at your opponents with great glee. But yeah, I've always enjoyed the Mario Kart series, and this one has always been a standout for me. I've always enjoyed this one. I know everybody out there is going to have their own opinion on which is the best Mario Kart, but for me, it's this one from this sort of retro era. The SNES one as well being good fun. But yeah, I think, you know, it takes all the best aspects from it. And of course you can have two people on your kart as well, which you can swap around at will, by the way. If you get two blocks, each one has a power-up, and once you've expelled one power-up, they will swap places automatically anyway, which is quite a cool feature. I like that. But yeah, I mean, you got Wario, you got Waluigi, you got Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, Princess Peach, Toadstool. The Koopas are even in there too. Bowser, Donkey Kong, the whole crew is here. And obviously the bigger the character, the bigger the kart. Not all the karts are the same. Some of them have handling on them, which I would say, if you're more an advanced player, would probably be more your style. But I'm going with the Mario Kart itself because it's a good all-rounder. It's decent at handling the corners, and it's pretty good speed. So you've got a good overall starting kart, and I would recommend that to anybody who's starting out with Double Dash. So there you go. There's a lot going on in the backgrounds as well. There's a roller coaster going on in this particular level, which is rather nice, I have to say. So there's always stuff going on in the background, which you probably appreciate more watching video than you do playing it. So if you are an observer, you'll notice more going on than you would if you're playing it. But I think that's from my perspective. Some of you might be more observant and check out stuff as you're going around. But normally I tend to find these things out more when I'm watching it back or watching someone else play. So I don't know if that's what you do. I don't know, let me know. I'm always interested to find out your views on these things. This one's cool because if you get stuck in that tornado, it sort of holds you back and then people can overtake you. And the hazards in the course is cool. Now you might wonder what I'm doing there with Luigi. I was actually trying to get the power boost, which I got, which is, I believe is what they call the double dash. You can basically get a little power bonus before you start, which gives you a little bit of a boost in speed, so you can access the track quite nicely. So you can see there, I've got a double power up there. So I've got a block and there's a mushroom or something, I think. And I'm going to go around the track. If you stray off the track, but it slows you down. So that's you want to stay onto the course as much as possible. But the other thing is the music in this game is brilliant. It's really sort of, you know, gets you pumping, but it's not too sort of in your face. I quite like that as well. Look at the scenery on this. It's great. Now it uses a lot of the characters from the Mario games as well, which is quite nice. You've got those cactuses there, which make appearances in the Mario games, which is really, really nice. And everything from the Mario universe is present and correct, which is great in one aspect or another. I'm going to probably get hit by one of those tornadoes at some point because I'm just that good a driver. But you know, for someone who's not good at driving games, I'm not doing too badly on this one. It's probably one of the better games that I'm actually fairly decent at. Not to blow my own trumpet or anything, but that's about, it's probably about the game I'm actually best at doing on a racing game thing. As you can see, it's like the classic racing game as well, from the camera, from the back angle as well, which is nice. Bit different from Rock and Roll Racing, which sort of had the whole view of the car, which again, I enjoyed that game as well, muchly. In fact, there's not many games this week I haven't enjoyed. Micro Machines being frustrating, but other than that, everything else has been absolutely peachy. And I got trapped by that as well as hitting the block. Let's try not to get hit by anything else. Now it does show you which order you're in as well on the left hand side, first, second, third, fourth place. and I'm currently first, which is great. So you get 4 laps, and it will tell you when your final lap is, just to add a little bit of pressure onto you, which is great. I would say if you like teaming up with your mates all in one go, which is what this system was great at. I mean, 4 ports on the console to put 4 controllers into, absolutely brilliant design. It's just a shame that the GameCube wasn't supported as well over here as it was in Japan. So I'm hoping that the Switch is going to be more supported, although saying that, the Switch is region free, which means that it's got more opportunity to have imports playing on it, which is great. So no needing to chip those consoles, guys. Who's getting the Switch, by the way? I've got mine pre-ordered. Is anyone else getting the Nintendo Switch in March? March the 3rd, I think it's launching. Anyone else getting the Switch? I'm just buying the console for now, because you know what it's like. You come to the point where consoles are like fairy dust to find. So I've got my console ordered, and I'll probably get the games a bit further down the line, but that's no problem at all. You can see this is based on the points system here. I've got 40 points, which is basically first place in every course, so you can catch yourself up a little bit if you don't come first in every course. This is the award ceremony, happens at the end of every one, which is absolutely brilliant. And this is like the environment from Super Mario Sunshine, so you've got all the residents from there, which is absolutely brilliant. But you can see here I've won first place, so I'm in the gold car. Mario and Luigi, they're both in their crowns, which is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, this has been Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. I've been Rich, this has been the Retro Revival Show for the 3rd of February. I shall be back very soon. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to like, share and subscribe for more content. I will catch you in the next video. So, bye for now, folks.